So I thought this day will never come. As you can see in the Grand Exchange, I bought 10 Abyssal Whips for 71.880. It took me like a week to buy them, but I actually managed to buy them for lower than the alch price, which means that if I alch those 10 whips, I actually profit by alching Abyssal Whips, which I thought it will never happen. I mean, imagine a few years ago if somebody told you that there's gonna be a moment where you can alch Abyssal Whips for profit, or if you get them, you can just leave them on the ground because they're just priceless. I mean, there's no value. I'm one of those guys who leaves rune chain bodies on the ground and rune square shields on the ground because I don't find them valuable at all. If I'm killing tormented demons, you can just come and loot those rune chain bodies, you can come and loot those rune square shields. I do not pick them up. So there may be a chance that if I'm doing Abyssal Demon task and I get an Abyssal Whip, I may just leave it on the ground because I don't find it too valuable to pick it up. That's just me, you know, and there are some people who do this as well. A few years ago, I couldn't imagine this happening though, but yet finally the time has come that the Abyssal Whips are worth alching now. Even though they rose up a little bit now, they are 82k instead of 72k, but yeah, just like I said, it took me a week to buy 10 of them. So since the farming update came out like 2 days ago, they added a new item called Super Ceradomin Brew, which makes Ceradomin Brews useful once again, which is a very good thing. I wanted them to buff the Ceradomin Brews, but what they did instead, instead of buffing the old ones, they made super version of the Ceradomin Brews. Now currently they are very pricey. If you look at the Grand Exchange, they are like 50k. I can barely buy them for 50k, and I actually sold some of them for 100k, and this is 2 days after the update, so even 2 days later, not that many people have the supplies yet to make the Ceradomin Brews, so I expect them to be quite expensive for a while, and maybe in the future as well, but they should be really good food for nexing if you are teaming, not soloing of course, but if you are teaming, it will just increase your you know, you can last longer in the trips, and they heal 800 per dose. So with the farming update, what they did is they added a bunch of new seeds, and I want to talk about this one specific seed, which is called the Wishing Well seed, and currently it has the highest farming requirement in the game. And what's unique about this plant is once you plant it, it takes like 3 hours to grow, and once you try to harvest it, it will not let you unless you put a certain amount of coins in the plant, and the amount of coins it will ask is dependent on your total level. So the higher total level you have, the more coins it will ask, and in my case it asked 600k. I thought that was quite a lot, but you get this, what is it, like a fruit, and you can open it and you get a bunch of items, like really a lot of items. So it's, you know, it's kind of a gambling plant. If you want to gamble, you can plant this, you know, seed and wait for it to grow. And the only thing I didn't like is that you get really a lot of certain items. Like you get a lot of willow seeds, let's say. I opened only one plant and I got 260 willow seeds. Man, they're gonna drop like hell. They're gonna drop to like 10 GP because currently they are 500. And they will just continue dropping because of the amount of new seeds coming into the game daily. But then again, I don't know how economics work, so what is better? Is it better to have more cash in the game or more items in the game? I don't really know. I guess both things are bad. Yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.